A national civil rights leader is in Milwaukee today, bringing new attention to the death of Dontre Hamilton.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson rallied and marched through downtown Milwaukee about 1 hour ago. First, he sat down one-on-one with our Terry.
Well, Steve, I can tell you that the Reverend Jesse Jackson is here in Milwaukee for what has been a jam-packed day, and it's still going. He met with the U.S. Attorney here at the federal courthouse and just wrapped up a rally outside the steps behind me. He is calling for more than just a federal investigation into the Hamilton case, but he wants a patterns and practice investigation of the entire Milwaukee Police Department.
Reverend Jesse Jackson in the studio. Reverend Jackson, how are you?
Dr. Sherman, good morning on this chilly Milwaukee morning.
National civil rights activist Jesse Jackson Sr. is in Milwaukee to heat up the discussion about the Dontre Hamilton case.
Can you imagine if this many whites were being killed unarmed by black police? The country would be in an uproar.
After speaking on WNOV radio, Jackson sat down one-on-one with me. Is this about race?
It's certainly not about a reason when somebody is shot and these patterns exist.
The Reverend says the DA's decision to not charge former MPD officer Christopher Manning in the death of Hamilton illustrates bigger issues in the city. Jackson calls the protests necessary.
Shot 14 times, like 14, and it's not justified. That's the protest issue here.
Jackson took his concerns directly to Mayor Tom Barrett's office.
I appreciate Reverend Jackson and his insights.
And after meeting with the mayor here at City Hall, Jesse Jackson Sr. was then on his way to the U.S. federal courthouse for a meeting with U.S. Attorney Jim Santel.
And state government do not afford us justice. The federal government must intervene.
Keep hope. Keep hope alive. Alive.
But Jackson insists the federal government needs to investigate beyond this one case.
There's a pattern and a practice. One thing worse than oppression is to adjust to it.
Now, there are some local politicians who are calling national groups like the Operation Push that Reverend Jackson is associated with as outsiders. And our one-on-one coming up at 6, you'll hear what Reverend Jackson has to say to those politicians who are calling him so-called outsiders here in Milwaukee. We'll have that angle new at 6. For now, reporting live outside the federal courthouse in downtown, Terry, today's TMJ4.
Thank you.